It's time to feel the rage. Welcome to Film Rage, where we talk movies in theaters, streaming, and classic films as well. Directors and actors beware, as you cannot hide from the rage. My name is Bryce, and I'm part of the Film Rage crew, which also includes Jim. Hey, Jim.
Hey, Bryce.
And also we have the Merman sporting a Habitants shirt.
What?
What's going on? Do they even... What is...
Second round, baby.
Yeah.
Second round of what?
The NHL playoffs. The
That's
only
right.
Canadian team left, unless you count the Buffalo Sabres.
That's the Major League Ice Hockey.
That is the ice
Stuff.
hockey, yes.
The only real sport.
The
in Canada.
MLIH. Major League Ice Hockey.
The only.
Is that what it's called? It's the MLIH? Major League Ice Hockey?
That's right, Bryce.
Clearly, he doesn't bet on hockey.
Apparently, he doesn't know what a real sport is.
Yes.
Sorry. No,
He'll
seriously. What is
watches
it? MLIH, right?
It's the NHL, buddy.
National Hockey League, which is about 125 years
I got
old.
this one. They play for the Stanley Trophy, though.
That's it.
That's right. It's the Stanley
called
Trophy.
The Stanley.
The Stanley Trophy.
That's
just
right.
The Stanley.
It's just the Stanley?
Yep, that's it.
It's just
Stan.
like those mugs.
People call it the Stan.
The Stan.
Really?
Yeah.
So they're
Stan.
playing for the Stan.
They're
Playing for the Stan.
Nice. All right. So with the introductions out of the way, and I just learned a lot.
Yeah, apparently.
Let's rage on.
Right. Wait, is Suzuki still playing for Montreal?
Yes.
I love Suzuki. He's a fantastic
don't-
player. All right. Well,
David
thanks for.
Does he have any thing to do with like the automobiles?
Probably somewhere at the top of the
that-
Suzuki chain.
He's like, a relative of Dave Suzuki.
Yeah, they're that too.
Oh, did Dave Suzuki have anything to do with the automobiles?
I'm sure. There's,
Maybe.
Like at the
He's
top
like
of the-
100 years old.
There was Adam and Eve. Sorry, there was Satan, and then there was Adam and Eve.
And there was Suzuki.
Satan versions of those, and then there's the Suzukis, and then people came down from that.
And now Suzuki plays in.
Montreal
Montreal.
Canadiens.
Oh, okay.
In the, what did you call it? The something the
Major League
NHL.
of
right?
Hockey.
Major League Ice Hockey.
There you go.
The MLIH.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks to all who've been supporting us. If you're still listening by the time we got to this point,
Yeah. Then
Lucky-
you're better man than I am.
lucky for you. If you even care to like our independent podcast, please like, subscribe, share, and give us a 5-star rating or any rating on your listening platform. Or you can dare us to see a terrible movie. And if it played anywhere in a cinema in the world, we'll watch it. Now, let's get to raging.
He talks so long the sirens went off.
The sirens are saying, get to it, bitches. What amazing man
Predict.
What amazing man
Predict.
Will he predict the rage or will he predict the
Mondo.
Mondo? Will he tell us what Jim and Bryce are at the
Movies.
Better watch out, kids, cause here he comes. He's coming swimming to you.
And you.
Swimmery, swimmery.
Swim, Murray, swim.
Swim with your bad leg, Marie.
Swim, Murray, swim.
Swim all the way to the doctor to get fixed right now.
Yes, I'm in pain. I did a couple of really long days last week.
Yes, he's got bad knees.
And I'm old.
And he's old.
Devil Wears Prada 2.
Duh.
This may surprise you.
What?
Double rage.
What?
Deep Water,
Doesn't surprise
which
me.
all I know about Deep Water is there's a plane crash, there's Ben Kingsley, and there's sharks.
Right?
And Aaron Eckhart.
And Aaron Eckhart.
We had an
yeah.
Aaron Eckhart
Harvey
segment.
Dent. There you go.
Yep.
I don't know. Look bad. Double rage.
All right.
Wow, this is gonna be a good podcast.
Animal Farm,
Animal Farm.
which
Actually,
I learned is an Angel Films production.
Isn't that
just
interesting?
So you know.
I found out when I went to the theater.
Yes.
Know more about
Did
that later.
two of you go to the theater or just the one?
I didn't go to Animal Farm.
There you go.
I did, so I'm the
So
lone.
we will go with a single rage for that one.
Okay.
So rage on.
I may or may not have known that it was Angel Films and was
I did
kind
not.
of laughing to myself when
I just heard it was.
when I got an email from Jim saying that he's going to it.
I just heard it was bad. So
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to change the direction of what we're talking about
you're gonna
first.
do that one
then.
first?
I'm going to talk about Animal Farm first.
Andy
so then-
Circus.
Yeah, we're talking about the circus.
All right, go for it.
So, When you look at the cast of this film, you might do what I did and think, wow, this is finally going to be it. A raw, unfiltered version of Animal Farm. Faithful to the book, true to its tone, and actually delivering the political satire and meaning George Orwell had intended. Then the credits start to roll as I'm sitting in the cinema. This film opens, and it's approved by the Angel Guild.
Of course it is.
And just like that, I realized what I was in for. An Angel Films production with Seth Rogen and motherfucking Glenn Close.
Yep.
This is the same guy who did Sausage Party, which is an animated film, and he's doing Animal Farm. Okay.
Produced by Angel Films.
Produced by Angel Films. Now, first people need to realize that George Orwell is one of my favorite writers of all times. I think nobody understood political satire like George Orwell did, and his writings are books that I have read multiple times. So, this is what we're in for. Okay, so then here we get this movie. This is not the Animal Farm I expected, first of all. They've added characters to, and I'm putting this in heavy quotes, friendlyize it. You think Disney does this? You haven't seen anything yet. And the animation, if you want soulless, Angel Films has nothing more than what Disney has to offer typically. Now, if you've never read the book, maybe this plays like a nice, safe, happy little animated film for the whole family. Totally fine, no issues. But I have read it, and I've seen the other animated versions too. And originally, I remember thinking, you know, I seem to remember thinking that the 1954 animated version was really good. So you know what I did? After I went and saw the Animal Farm from Angel Films, I went back and rewatched the 1954 version just to see, was that one any better? Because I remember thinking it was pretty good. Here's a cute clue. It was not very good, the first one. And I guess there was another one that was done. I couldn't even find that. So apparently people just really didn't want Orwell's work to be redone. So that's why I was really hoping this would finally be the one that captures the full message. FYI, it's not. It's not dark enough. It's not bleak enough. It's not brutal or political the way it should be. It's safe. It's softened. It's approved, you know, by the Angel Guild.
Of course.
So I tried really, really hard to separate what I wanted from what I got, which for me can be really difficult sometimes. I watched it as if I didn't know the source material, which is tough, but it's doable. And honestly, if you look at it that way, there are some lessons in here. You can see the themes, even if they're watered down, similar to what Angel Films did with the movie Sketch. A bit of it is dark. I mean, you can't take out the full darkness that is the Animal Farm. It just is. But it's very controlled because it's Angel Films. For kids or for people who'd never read Orwell, this might actually work. The cast is very strong, and the message, even diluted, still comes through enough to get people thinking. But for me, I'm still waiting for a version that actually commits, one that fully captures what Animal Farm is supposed to be. Maybe we're just past that now. Maybe the world we live in doesn't need political satire like George Orwell had. I mean, if you read the book, you know, there's nothing happen globally right now where, you know, animals being on a farm, taking over, turning into humans, would fit, right, Bryce?
Not at all.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, right? Like, there's no reason why you wouldn't be able to take exactly what is happening in Animal Farm, the book.
In any era, you can do it.
And
and do it
What?
And do it properly.
What?
Especially this era.
Yeah, so, I mean, at the end of the day, anything that even tries to tackle this story, I've got to give some kudos to it because, you know, for Angel Films to take on this story, I don't know what Angel Films is doing right now because I can tell you two things. Yes, if they make a live action film, it is going to be trying to convert me in one way or another, and it's going to be garbage. If they make something that's CGI activated, I'm going to call it, or animated, I have a feeling that group within Angel Films has a little bit more leeway because there's no way that the people at Angel Films said, you know what, the message that is in Animal Farm is really what our message is, but the message from the book itself is not there is hope. In the book, there's no hope. And that's really what it should be. So I think kids will like this movie. I think that people will like this movie. I just couldn't support it because it needs to be the bleakness that the book originally was. Other than that, it was a fairly okay Disney-like animated film. So what I'm saying to you is you won't go to this and absolutely hate it. You may give a little bit of rage is what I'm going to do for it. So, yeah. It gets a low rate or a high rage, I guess.
High rage?
Because it was almost close to a meh.
All right.
For the quality. All right. So there's a movie out called The Devil Wears Prada 2. So I don't know what the meaning is here. Is this pro-journalism or anti-fashion, or is it taking these and bridging wealthy reality TV shows into something completely different? Because watching this was like a reality, ultra-rich reality TV show. That's what it felt like to me. I don't know. You're shaking your head yes.
No.
You felt the same way?
Well, yeah. And of course, the timing of this, the Met Gala is on this week in New York.
Yeah, it's not kind of funny.
I just find the whole idea of fashion ridiculous.
Yeah.
I get why people do it, but it's like, why would you pay $3,000 for a purse? That's stupid. And there's people in America who can't afford to pay their rent. Like,
never mind America. What about Canada?
Or anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
And these assholes are like paying $50,000-$60,000 for outfits.
Well, it was $100,000.
And looking stupid doing it.
It was $100,000 for a ticket to go to the Met Gala.
I appreciate a decent suit or a nice dress, but it's like some of the stuff they wear on the runways. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, that's
things on their head, like the Eiffel Tower as a hat. I'm like, I don't get it. I'm sure people do. I don't get it.
I want to get an Eiffel Tower hat. Do you think they sell them in Paris these days?
I'm sure if you go to a tourist stand, probably.
You know what? I'm going to book a flight to Paris
No,
when I get back from Newfoundland.
I'm sure if you go to Italy, you can get a Leaning Tower Pisa hat.
And I want a Eiffel Tower hat.
That's all lies. You're not going to do any of that.
You know what? Watch me.
All right.
You watch me, kiddo. All right. Okay. So, you know what? It doesn't matter really because all of the things that I listed for you are all done really badly. The story picks up exactly where it left off, apparently. 20 years didn't go by or anything like that.
Well, they didn't age, but they're all in different places except for Miranda.
Are they in different places? They're all in the exact same place they were at the end of the first one.
No, what's her name? Blunt is married to some rich, or she's dating a rich guy.
She's the only one.
And what's her name? Hathaway is working at a different magazine.
She's working at the same place she was when she got hired.
No.
Yeah.
She was back there because they asked her to, but she was working somewhere else.
Yes, that's the same company.
As a serious journalist,
yes,
not just like a
that's
fashion
the same
person.
company that hired her when she left.
Anyway.
And then
Tucci's the same. He hasn't
Tucci's
aged,
the same.
He hasn't aged one day in 20
what's her
years.
name?
Except his jaw is even tighter in this one. But
Sure.
He's
anyway.
He can barely get the words
He can barely
out.
I guess about the only difference is the magazine is no longer
Like, did he literally
paper.
have his jaw wired shut for this role? Like,
Yes.
Possible.
Bryce.
Like, I understand that he's trying to be
Bryce,
understated because that's
He's trying
his
to be
character.
cool.
Let's be Stanley
He's the
Tucci for
cool
the rest of this
assistant dude.
episode.
Jesus,
Anyway,
But it-
yeah.
I could barely understand what he was saying because
You know, I'm gonna.
his mouth barely opened and his jaw didn't open at all when he was talking.
I'm gonna do my
Don't
review
convince me, I don't like
as
him.
Stanley Tucci. You can tell that you can't even see that I'm moving my lips.
Like, I didn't understand. Like, was that a thing, or
Maybe
is
he
there
got
something
Botox.
wrong with him?
I don't know. Maybe he had Botox.
I don't know. Maybe. You know what? I'm not up on my Tucci-isms.
But because the first one, he kind of did the same thing, but not like this. Oh man.
You know what? Probably having to pucker his anus for 20 straight years,
No.
tightened his lips. Is that possible?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Anyway,
Maybe.
continue.
All right, so the story picks up where it left off, the first one, where it makes complete sense why she comes back to Runway magazine. Then what follows is basically a cookie cutter copy of the first film for about halfway through it. You know, jokes about how everyone under Meryl Streep is afraid of her, and how Anne Hathaway is junior and doesn't know
Well,
anything.
no, Meryl Streep is not the same person anymore. I don't know what you're talking about. What movie were you watching?
She was exactly the same
No,
person.
she wasn't. She was
dating a different
reserved,
guy,
and she had
that's
to
about
watch
it.
what she said.
Yeah,
and
but she didn't.
But she didn't,
was.
though.
But she did, and she couldn't throw her coat around like she used
Oh,
to.
well-
She's being watched constantly. So no, she's not the.
No, but the jokes they're doing are all the same jokes, Bryce. That is what I'm
But
saying.
for the new situation, which is completely different than the other.
Sure.
One. It was kind of a breath of fresh air.
Okay, good for you.
Can't wait to hear your review then.
Yeah, so
No, it was the same movie again. It was
yeah. We
exactly the same movie.
we also have a romance side piece for both of them, I guess. Like now they're both magically in love, and because that made sense.
Who?
Then Meryl Streep
The
is
two
now
Emilys.
married to somebody
The two
else,
Emilys.
and
Oh, Meryl.
and
Yeah.
and Anne
I
Hathaway.
guess she got the house, eh? Because she's in the same place.
I don't know.
Well, she has the twins.
No, the twins are grown
Well,
up.
they're
Murray.
grown
They're at
up.
university.
I'm not.
The other movie was like 20 some odd years ago.
Yeah,
man.
but they had to grow up in those 20 years.
Yeah, why didn't we
when
see
when
the
she got
twins?
divorced,
Did we
she
ever
probably
see
got
the
the
twins?
house.
I don't think we saw the twins.
We
Not
did
the
at the
second
top
one.
of the stairs.
No,
They
I
said
saw
they
the
said
first
bring
one.
up the book.
No, that was the
in
that
the
was
first
the
one.
first one.
Yeah.
I'm saying
Oh.
in this new one we
Oh
didn't
yeah,
see.
No.
that was one of the only
she did
things
talk
that was
about 'em,
different
though.
about the two
that's,
movies.
That's the only reason I went to this. I wanted to see how the twins turned out, and I didn't even get
I was.
that.
Wouldn't it have been funny if they were Mary Kate and Ashley? Like if
There you go.
they had the grown up versions of
That
Mary
would've
Kate
been
and
funny.
Ashley. Wouldn't that have been funny?
That would have been no.
Yeah, it would have been funny.
I don't need to see Mary Kate and Ashley ever again.
You know, okay. Let's talk about who's watched more Mary Kate and
That's
Ashley.
right.
I know,
that would be you.
Then we made a rule.
Okay, so where was I?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, so then where was I? Oh, so we go about 2/3 into the film where it's pretty much the exact same movie. Which I could care less about anyone or anything because, you know, I'd already seen the first film. Then we get a Scooby-Doo mystery thrown in that would not have happened if not for that meddling Anne Hathaway,
Yes.
a.k.a. Andy. Then we end with everyone is happy. And then it ends again with 7 different Lord of the Rings endings. And I was dumbstruck to understand
Yeah, this
what I
movie never
actually watched and why
2
this
hours long.
film even existed. But I can say one thing about this. And Murray's going to be excited about this. We got one talented performance out of one of the people who was in this film
Did we?
that was amazing. That's right. We got her singing and acting, and that's when the only thing good
Yeah.
about this movie happens. Lady Gaga is
Lady
Mondo,
Gaga.
but this
highly
trash
disagree.
heap of a sequel was a rage. Everything was annoying. The dialogue was terrible, and the editing was garbage. The story, the acting, and how Meryl Streep still doesn't know how to hang up her jacket. There's a scene where they had to show her trying to hang up her jacket. Like, you don't think she goes home and hangs up her jacket? She didn't have any assistants at home taking her jacket when she came in from.
But
so-
that's funny.
She just throws it on the floor.
You're missing out
sorry,
on the comedy.
was I supposed to laugh at?
You're supposed to laugh. You're supposed to go ha ha ha.
Oh, this was a comedy.
Yes, it's comedy.
Part of it.
No, it was comedy.
What?
I know. It's hard to recognize.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
I don't know,
This was a rage.
This was a rage.
All right, Mary, what'd you think? You love Anne Hathaway. You probably love this.
Which is the only reason why I went to this.
Yes. Well, don't you like Meryl Streep? Because her acting is so fantastic
right.
these days.
Another Anne Hathaway movie. Second week in a row, actually.
Mamma mia.
Here we go again.
We discussed last week, I love me some Hathaway.
You sure do.
But is it enough? I've never been a fan of doing sequels for the sake of doing sequels.
That's
which they seem
right.
to do a
I
lot
don't know if
these
they do it
days.
for the money.
Money.
Whatever. It's good for them. Doesn't make me any money.
It does make you happy.
It makes you poor,
even
though.
if it's a
They
beloved
got
film.
your $12 or whatever it is.
It's obvious the 4 actors from the original are good friends. And at least 3 of them wanted to do it again. Meryl doesn't like doing sequels. I went into this movie completely blind. I had no idea what the original was about. I didn't care. I give 0 Fs about fashion or fashion magazines. I own 4 pairs of black sweatpants, 2 pairs of jeans, and cargo pants for my work, and about 1,000 t-shirts with logos on them. So yeah, this movie was not made for me. But there's Anne Hathaway. Actually reminded me of another Anne Hathaway film that I loved and you guys didn't.
Oh, what was that?
That was The Intern.
Oh, God.
That one, she played a similar character who cares about everyone around her and just wants to be happy. Every time that movie comes on TV, I cry like a baby throughout the whole thing.
That was the one with Robert De Niro, right?
De Niro, yes, I loved it.
Yeah, I cried for different reasons.
Yeah, me too.
I love the movie. I watch it every time it comes on. This movie was so predictable. And again, I have not seen the original, not until recently. Like, I don't ever remember a film that was this predictable and cheesy. As for that ending, it was so sweet and sappy, I almost went into sugar shock. Not going to give away the ending, but everything you think will happen at the end happens.
Everybody lives happily ever after.
To quote Marley, everything gonna be all right, man. And yet, there's Anne. I will admit, a few parts made me chuckle a little bit. Having not seen the original, I assumed the devil in the Prada was Meryl Streep's character. That she definitely lived up to. So much she didn't even recognize either of her former assistants from the first film. I'm guessing she was faking it.
She was faking it.
She's being funny.
She's being a bitch.
She's so funny.
She's hilarious. It's a funny movie.
Again,
Comedy.
I didn't see the original, but it seemed like Emily Blunt's character was pretty much a footnote in this one.
Jeez.
She was kind of a footnote in the
first
last one.
Yeah, I know that now.
Oh.
I realized both movies, they were Anne Hathaway's movies.
Yes.
Both of them.
In fact, Emily Blunt was more part of this one than
She was.
Yeah. But then she's also a bigger star than she was back then.
True.
And yet, there's Anne. I have come to realize that she's my female Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, wow.
She's adorable and lovable in every film. It's hard not to root for her, even when she plays evil, which isn't that often. So this movie, despite the horrible plot, was making a way up to a man.
Wow.
Then it happened.
But.
What?
2 words and 1 name.
Gaga.
Lady fucking Gaga.
That almost got
The
it to
only
a man
thing
for me.
I dislike more than seeing her act is hearing her sing.
Gaga.
I actually physically got up and left the theater.
You missed the best thing in the movie.
Both times
Gaga.
she showed up. I was in the back, so it was easy to slip out. But yeah, I couldn't even look at her. I had to leave the room.
She's gorgeous.
For everything Anne did to make me like this film, Stefani Germanotta ruined. I should have known. Italy and fashion and Gaga seem to go together. Believe me, if I had known she was in it, I would not have bought the ticket.
It was a pleasant surprise.
Sorry, Anne, it's a rage.
So what I can tell you is that
I enjoyed most of the film,
Yeah.
even though I didn't see the original.
so but now you have seen the original.
I did see the original. The first one's better.
Yeah, it
But I
is
loved
better.
Anne in both of them. She's obviously the best
measurement
character
stick.
in both of them.
But what I can tell you is that
Don't make me choose.
my love of Anne Hathaway from last week, where I thought her performance was amazing.
She was amazing last
to
week.
what she was in this movie. I felt like she was back to her old where I can't stand her acting because she's horrible.
Yep.
I don't know if I missed something, but when she bumps into Meryl Streep for the first time, I was like, "Are you in an acting class?" Because you look like you forgot your lines. Like, not in a good way, forgot your lines. Like, she was dumbfounded. Like, I forgot how to act. That's how I felt with her. But that's me. I don't know about you, Bryce. What do you think about this movie?
Devil Wears Prada 2 is the same movie as Devil Wears Prada.
Except the ending was different.
Well, was it? I guess not really. But yeah, the whole thing is just everybody's gonna look out for Meryl Streep, even though she's horrible. But we're all gonna look out for her, and we're gonna save the day for her. But it turns out that we're not really saving the day. We're just kind of making things worse. And Meryl actually is 2 steps ahead of us the entire way, and she's actually got it all figured out. Even though we're trying to fix things for her, but it doesn't matter because Meryl's already figured it out. She's like so far ahead of everybody else in this movie. Everybody else is dumb. She's smart, and that's the movie. And that was the first movie too. And the laughs are not there, and the dramatic
But her
performances
coat, she
are
hung
awful.
her coat up, Bryce.
Yeah, the coat hanging was not funny. The characters they introduced this time were unnecessary. It was basically the exact same movie. Like as from a beat standpoint, it hit all the same beats as the same movie, except for some reason the ending. The ending was even more ridiculous because it just went on even longer than the first movie, where the actually ended probably where it should have ended. This one just kept on going.
The ending of the first one was done well,
and I think that's the thing with these sequels is that they're trying to cram so much in, and there's this is going to be so much fun, let's do this, and they're so focused on let's have everybody live happily ever after that it just ends up being a mess. I absolutely hated this movie from start to finish. I love Lady Gaga, but her performance in this, like just that performance in the dressing room, that was awful. Like, she's a really good actor. I don't know what the hell that was.
I don't know.
Like, it's like everybody's acting ability went down about 67 notches in this movie. Tucci's awful in this movie. Meryl Streep, I mean, I know she hasn't been great lately, but this is just ridiculous. Like,
do you remember who I compared her to when we walked out of the movie?
Yes. Yes.
It's now a competition between her and Jamie Lee Curtis. Which one's going to make me rage more when they're in a movie?
It's like every time they're in a movie, it's like, oh my. And the roles that they're, and I hate to go too hard on them because, you know, you're a woman of a certain age, and unfortunately in Hollywood you're gonna take the roles that you can get.
Well, as we learned from Eric
but
Roberts,
there are some cherry roles and for older ladies, and they can get them. But the thing is, there's not a lot of them. And that's the problem you get when you're an older actor too, but more so when you're an older actress. It's a little harder, and it shouldn't be. I mean, there are some cherry roles, but there's not a ton of them. And this is the stuff you end up doing, and it's a shame because this was awful.
Who do we think this movie was made for? Like, who do you think made
the
it?
original?
No, this one. Like this one. Who do you think wanted this movie?
The people that loved the first movie, I guess. Yeah.
But like, do you think because they've now it's anytime
there was demand for it.
Well, yeah, and the thing is this. I guess if you're super duper into fashion, this movie's gonna make you smile a lot because I don't know all the cameos that were in there because I don't recognize.
A ton of cameos.
But there's so many fashion.
One
Yeah,
of them?
she was
In like some cafe in Italy.
Yeah, and then
Is that Versace?
Oh no, she was
No,
she was
sorry, whatever. I don't
well, she
know.
was Gucci, wasn't she? Isn't she the
She was
Gucci lady?
Donatello, but I don't
see,
know.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
People that are in the know are gonna
They're gonna
go,
see
oh,
the-
she's a. And when they showed like the red carpets and everything, everybody would be go, if you're into
It's
this
Karl
type of thing,
Lagerfeld
ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, it's like I have no idea who you're even showing me.
me either.
So it's doing nothing for me.
Yeah.
So
I think the
that's
same thing-
who this movie's for.
Yeah.
Is for people. But the thing is it though, because it's kind of poking fun at that fashion
Well, yeah,
industry a
It
little
isn't
bit.
like it's that's but the thing that's confusing to me is that are they actually making fun of it or because there's also these little things where they'll go
They're
in and they'll say-
celebrating it too.
they are celebrating it. So I don't know. Like it's got a mixed
it's a weird
message
movie.
and yeah.
But at
Here's
the end of the day, it's just a bad movie and it's a rage. Like it's just a bad movie.
it's
It's
really,
a bad movie.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made like 120 million over the weekend. Somebody went to it.
120.
Something like that. Somebody
God.
went to it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
No, we didn't. We didn't spend
All-
$120 million on it.
All three of us did.
So when you add up those 3 tickets, that's a good percentage.
I only went because it was playing at my local theater and I didn't have to go very far.
And you didn't have to go up and down stairs.
If they've been playing Deep Water, I probably would have seen that instead. But
Well.
they were not.
Well, Murray.
I can't wait.
Let me tell you about deep water. Okay.
So much water.
So
There's-
Was it deep?
the water wasn't that deep.
Well,
because there was a
what?
coral
There was
reef.
a coral reef, yes.
'Cause there's a coral reef,
It was
Murray.
still deep.
If there was some deep parts
Yeah.
in the ocean, for sure,
yeah.
right? Like the ocean's deep.
Well, it's deep, but there
Well,
just happened
sorry,
to be a
is it-
coral reef where
Is
they
it
were.
deep water?
With sharks? Were there sharks?
Oh, there were
Murray.
so many sharks.
Murray.
If you like sharks,
This
this
is
is
the
your
mo- this
movie.
is the movie.
There are so many sharks, and they are hungry.
There's
CGI
I've
sharks.
never seen hungrier sharks
And
in my
and
life.
they hunt in packs. and
Okay,
they
so
just, anyways, go
let's
ahead.
get to it. So, here's what I want to say. We haven't had a good disaster movie in cinemas for a very long time. I'm talking Towering Inferno, which, by the way, was on sale on my iTunes for $5. And I bought Towering Inferno, plus I already own the Poseidon Adventure, and of course, the classic Airplane. We just don't have them anymore. Now, I'm not saying that this was a good movie. I'm just saying that we don't have them very much anymore. And I'm wondering why we haven't had them in a while. Because, you know, when they made the originals like Poseidon Adventure and Towering Inferno and Earthquake and all these different ones, it was practical effects. So, I mean, soundstage practical effects, but they were still practical effects with explosions and stuff like that. Here now, everything is just CGI. So I would imagine disaster movies should be a lot more popular. Shouldn't they be? Like, what am I missing?
Sure.
Right? Mary, you've got to be a disaster film fan.
Not really.
You're not a fan of Towering Inferno? Poseidon
I never
Adventure?
saw it.
Everybody loves Poseidon Adventure, right, Bryce?
I saw about four different versions.
I didn't like the Poseidon.
I saw about 4 different versions of Titanic,
There you go.
where it used to be called A Night to Remember.
There you go. So there's enough of them that have been made, but apparently we don't get them anymore. We get so just like all these classic disaster films, we get the character that everyone is rooting for to be killed in the most heinous way possible. We get the annoying and completely awful CLFs who are like extremely annoying. Dashing, not so young hero, and of course, no disaster film would be complete without an Aussie version of Shelley Winters, aka Becky, played by Kate Fitzpatrick, who actually is the only character worth her salt in this. I'm going to say that. And they were in the ocean. So when I'm talking salt, I mean, she was the best thing in this movie, hands down. Am I right, Bryce? Can I get an amen?
He doesn't know that word.
Can I get a holla back, girl? Are you not agreeing with me
How
or
about
not?
a yup?
Kate Fitzpatrick as Becky, Shelley Winters Aussie style, was the best thing in this movie.
I don't know.
The answer is yes.
Was there a best thing in this movie?
That is the best thing. I mean, This has motherfucking Ben Kingsley, for God's sakes. You know.
Excuse me.
You know, Gandhi.
Sir Ben.
Oh, sorry,
Kingsley.
Sir Ben Kingsley.
He's a goddamn knight.
He could fight Judi Dench now, right? Because that's what
Yes,
happens.
that's right.
The knights can fight the dames. We learned that the other week.
Is that what they do?
I
They
think
fight
so.
Each other?
Yeah, I think so. I put my money on
Do they
Judi Dench,
joust
by
on
the way.
the Buckingham Palace back lawn?
Possibly. But you know what? Ben's choices of late have not been good. I'm just going to say that. This, especially in a movie that, you know, was, I think, trying to be an asylum type film. And that's what these production companies, I think, wanted to be. I think they wanted to put out an asylum film. And who better than Renny Harlin to make this? Okay, so just so everybody has a clue.
It's a Renny
here.
Harlin movie?
Yes.
It's a Renny Harlin
It's a Renny
movie.
Harlin movie. Okay, so here's a list of producers that we were told about, Murray, who helped make this movie. Simon's Hamilton Productions, Archlight Films, Magenta Light Studios, Bandit Media Capital, Buffalo 8 Productions, Highland Film Group, Lip Sync Productions. Now, with Film Rage's extensive experience, we can tell you, usually the more producers there are, the greater the chance that the movie's going to be not so good. Now, when we saw the number of production companies listed, both Bryce and I laughed for a good solid 5 minutes.
The funniest part is like all the pictures come up and you see their logos and everything, but then they get to the start of the movie
And they list them again!
and then they list about 15 more.
Yeah.
And it was like, what is going on?
So
Hey, Sir Ben does not work for cheap. Someone's got to pay his salary.
someone's got to pay.
You better have a bunch of people putting in money if you're gonna have Sir Ben in there.
I'm guessing he gets
Although
scale now.
he
I'm
worked
pretty sure.
he worked part time on this one. He wasn't in it very long.
He dialed it in. Let's put it that way. So I'm asking you, everyone.
He sang a song. He got his leg trapped. The end.
The end. So I'm asking you: is Aaron Eckhart the new Ian Ziering?
No.
Ian's earring, but yeah, you're talking about Sharknado Boy.
Yeah, Sharknado Boy.
Yeah, he goes by Ian for some reason.
He does go by Ian.
Is it
Always has.
is it another language?
No, it's just pretentious.
He's just a douche.
Oh, okay.
Steve Sanders.
So is Aaron Eckhart going by Aaron Eckhart?
Aaron. No, it's Aaron.
Aaron?
Aaron.
Is Aaron the new? What'd you call him? Ion?
Ian. Yeah.
Ion.
Well,
Ian
he was in
Ziering.
like three of Gerard Butler's movies, so maybe.
There you go.
Just saying. But he was Harvey Dent.
Yeah, you know what? He was Thank You for Smoking. Aaron Eckhart.
Thank You for Smoking was excellent.
Aaron Eckhart.
I thought he was going to be like something special at one point, and then, then he wasn't.
Something happened to
Then he wasn't.
Aaron Eckhart.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened because I really, really liked him as an actor.
Yeah.
That's what I want to say. Up until I saw this movie. Here's the thing with Sharknado, though. You know what you're getting when you start watching a Sharknado.
Yeah, it's the asylum.
Yeah. Here, we are subjected to a film that has the worst disaster dialogue ever written.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And I've seen Towering Inferno recently.
Yeah,
And
Poseidon Adventure,
everything but I haven't watched the Poseidon Adventure in a while. I think I might do that this weekend. Everything but the kitchen sink thrown into it, and the absolute. And when I say absolute, and I've seen some of the Asylum movies, I've seen all of the Sharknadoes. The absolute worst CGI sharks that literally attack someone every time someone gets in the water. If you put your toe in the water, the shark will eat it. Because there's an entire plane that's crashed, Murray. There's so many bodies that these sharks could be eating.
Don't lean your head over the edge of the raft.
Don't lean.
That's a bad move.
That's a bad idea. We even had a 3-way fight of sharks so that one of our stars could survive.
Yes.
Remember that, Bryce?
Yes.
I think I laughed for about 5 minutes after that. Yes. Look, I'm not saying that I didn't lie and laugh in this movie, but a lot of how because there's a lot of bad in this that makes you laugh. Like, not the kind of movie that's so bad it's funny, but it's so bad it kind of sticks out about how bad it is. The fact that Renny Harlin tried to outdo both Sharknado and the movie Plane. Remember the movie Plane? Yeah, remember that movie?
Oh yeah.
In one movie.
Butler too?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah,
it was a plane that crashed in the jungle or whatever, and they had a bunch of like Filipino or Thailand soldiers and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep, it was horrible. But take that and put it with Sharknado, and that's what you get from this movie. My God, this was horrible. Like, it was painfully horrible. But and I like disaster movies.
Yes, you like the Sharknadoes.
I like things that eat people. But I don't like CGI eating. Like, this, the sharks were so badly done. Like, I feel that it was like maybe a 13-year-old hopped up on Mountain Dew Red, that program
Code Red
that programmed these
from Zombieland.
These freaking sharks. But alas, 7 companies got together, plus countless additional producers and executive producers.
Give them money to make this.
To let him make this movie that wasn't even good enough for Asylum. And come on, Aaron Eckert. Sorry, Aaron Eckert. Aaron Eckert. I thought you were better than this. I guess I get this. This movie is so unwatchatly horrible.
I suspect the Asylum will be calling him for their next
I would not
$1 million
doubt
movie that they're going to do in a week.
They only pay 100,000, I think, Murray.
I thought it was $1 million.
No, I don't think it's quite $1 million.
I thought it was $1 million budget.
I don't think they'd spend that
No.
much.
Anyway, I know they shoot in a week. I know that.
I'm pretty sure it's 100,000.
As we put up in the documentary.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, he's their next big. Once Eric Roberts finally gets too old and dies.
Yeah,
Aaron is up next.
Aaron is
He'll be in everything.
Exactly. Okay, Bryce, tell us your love of shark movies and disaster films.
Yeah, I hate disaster films to begin with. I especially hate disaster films that are just dumb. Just the silliness of the guy not even paying attention to his job at all at the airport when the bag goes through with something that he's obviously going to inspect, but they show it like on the screen, like it's like so obvious it's ridiculous, but nobody looks and nobody notices. It's like, come on. Like it's dumb from the get-go.
Well, and the sparking of the battery.
And then the sparking of the battery and the way that the flames come out and the way it was all just so stupid. And and everything's so convenient. Like every single thing that like shoots off hits something else perfectly, and then which makes another chain reaction that explodes over here. And it's when it's done in like a Final Destination, it's clever.
Yes.
When it's done in this, it's just stupid. And because in the Final Destination, you know that that's what they're going for. In this one, they're actually kind of trying to make you think like this could really happen.
This could really happen.
And it's just like everything was like so spot on. Like it hits the bullseye every time. Every time anything explodes and something shoots off, it just hits perfectly so that the next thing can happen. Yep. And it was just like the whole plane going down was annoying. And
don't you think that like there was a ton of scenes that were missing from here because we kind of didn't really see what happened to the CLF's parents. It was like
They
saw
died.
the dad, but you didn't see the mom because they were both lying on the plane wing or something for a while, and then the girl swam to him and the dad got eaten, and then we think she's dead, but apparently she switched places
I thought they were
No, they didn't.
They were together, so they were both dead. They both fell in the water.
And landed on the plane. They landed on the. They were sitting on top of the plane.
Why are you trying to?
That's what I'm saying. There's parts in this. It's just like things magically.
I'm pretty sure
things magically just happened in this Murray. It was like, you know what? I don't know what's happening.
Here's the thing, Jim. You know, if you're in the water, you're gonna get eaten by the sharks. So
Bryce,
why do we need more scenes of people getting eaten by the sharks?
Bryce, it's deep water.
Whatever.
Deep water.
So it doesn't matter. You get in the water, you die. It's just the way it goes. Or for some reason you get your leg ripped apart, but the shark lets go, which is not a
Totally
thing.
made sense.
Yeah, it's
Totally made sense. Sometimes sharks bite because they want to see what is this tasty treat.
yeah, they bite and then they just like.
But you know
okay.
what was really cool? The best thing about it
What's
is
that?
the if it wasn't for the Chinese fishing boat, which never overfish, they totally would have all died, Murray, because they came and released their catch, Murray.
Yeah, it was genius.
And all the sharks,
instead of eating the food that's like right there in front of them,
they said,
let's go like way over here 100 meters.
that they'd already had a taste for. Don't forget that. They've tasted
Like,
human flesh.
They know how tasty it is. They're like,
They've
nope, we're
tasted
going
man
this way.
flesh, Murray. Why would they go anywhere
And like
else?
not like one or two go over. Like they all go. Like it was all just.
There was okay. So here we go. There was 267 people on the plane.
It's like
there was 30 left. So they'd already eaten 230 plus people.
Murray, if you've got a steak in front of you, okay,
A huge
delicious
No.
steak in front of you, ribs. Okay, if you got is that what you like? You like ribs?
Yeah.
You got ribs in front of you, or about 100 meters away.
Oh, it's got to be more than 100 meters.
Sushi?
There's another. What do you like? I don't even know. What do you like just as much as ribs? Chicken.
There you go.
There's 100 meters away. There's like a bunch of chicken. Okay.
That are
are
swimming.
you gonna go and swim over to that chicken, or are you gonna eat the ribs that are in front of you?
I'm lazy. I'm not going anywhere.
Well,
Exactly.
everybody, it's just nature. It's not human nature.
That's
it's
right.
just nature. You're gonna eat what's in
You're
front of
gonna
you.
eat the ribs.
You guys are missing the big picture here.
Oh,
What's that?
Sharks, for the most part, don't feed on humans.
Oh no, they do. I watched
No,
them.
they don't.
They hunt in packs and they eat on
No,
humans.
they really
And
don't.
sometimes they get into fight over
See,
humans.
now they're just giving sharks a bad name.
No, I watched this movie, Murray.
Murray, this
Yeah, so did I. Like 50 years ago. It's called Jaws.
No, not quite. This was no Jaws.
This was no Jaws.
But for the most part, sharks eat other fish.
This was such a ridiculous piece of crap. From the plane crash to the sharks to the just
Shocker.
like everything
Ben Kingsley
in this.
singing karaoke.
The dialogue, Ben Kingsley singing, nothing in this had any redeeming quality whatsoever. Deepwater is a total piece of crap. I guess there were times that you laughed at it.
We did laugh a few
I guess
times
yeah, a couple
at it.
times we laughed
like
at
when
it.
those three sharks started fighting over
it's
the
just
one.
so
it was
stupid.
like,
Oh god.
what is happening right now?
Yeah. So yeah, this was a total rage.
How about that? Triple rage.
Yeah. You know what? This is a good week.
It was good weeks
I'm
and
sure
bad
glad we
weeks.
saw everything in cinemas that we saw. That's what
I'm
I'm
glad there
gonna
was
say.
only 3 of them.
Yeah, it was great. I loved it. Oh, remind me, sort of steal a little bit of your thunder, Murray.
Stealing my thunder.
But just remind me that when we bring the lists back, that there's somebody we're going to have to discuss.
I don't think I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're 100% looking forward
Well, it
to it.
depends who you're talking
I'm
about.
talking about Renny Harlin.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Thought you meant my girl Ann.
No, we can't because we love Anne in a couple of
What are you
movies.
talking about? This last movie she made before this one was amazing.
It was
Yes.
amazing, and she was
I think
amazing.
it would have made
Well, she's
it
got
be-
a few
the
more
only
coming
thing that
out.
would have made it better if Lady Gaga had a cameo. in it.
Can I talk now?
Yeah, now you're ready.
All right, this weekend I watched Chris Hemsworth's
What?
favorite movie.
What?
At least his favorite with Canada's sweetheart Rachel McAdams.
Wait, so
I know
it's-
this because I saw him do an interview.
But
So
who
apparently
deemed
he
her
watched-
Canada's sweetheart, by the way?
She is. She always has been.
No,
So Ray, but
Uh,
back just a
It's his
second.
favorite movie. That's what he said.
That he's been in, or that
No,
he's
that he
watched?
watches.
Oh, okay.
Apparently he watches it like a dozen times a year.
Wow, that's a lot.
That
of times.
should have been enough for me. Has Rachel McAdams in it, and he loved it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Talking about Wedding Crashers, 2005.
Yeah, but you don't like some of the actors in that one.
Yes, yet I watched it anyway.
Okay.
I must have missed the joke because I found none of it funny.
You missed the joke.
I found every single character in this film deplorable.
Yeah, that's the point.
Except for Rachel, of course.
Well, yeah, she's supposed to be
Because
good.
who doesn't love McAdams?
Right
Let's
here.
start with her. Her character is an idiot. A doormat who allows an abusive boyfriend to make her feel like crap all the time, while he sleeps with every bimbo in the tri-state area.
Well, you make it sound not funny.
Well,
it wasn't
isn't.
funny. I'm on Team Murray here, Bryce.
Made it really hard to like
it
her.
was funny.
No.
Let's get to the big two. Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn.
Chemistry, baby.
I don't know what it is about Vaughn, but he gives off a real douchebag
Yes.
quality in every movie he's in. I don't
Yes.
know if it's him or it's the player parts he plays.
I think he just
Like,
it could
I've
be
heard
him
he's a really
and
nice
him.
guy. Just he plays a lot of dicks.
Yeah.
But
So
it's
yeah,
funny.
And
so
he-
no,
no,
I
he's
didn't
not.
find it funny. I found him to be an asshole the
I
whole movie.
like Vince Vaughn.
I didn't
Vince
like him at all.
I think Vince Vaughn should never be put into a movie. That's what I say.
And then we got Owen Wilson, who almost always plays the lovable goofball.
He does.
He's gold.
Also had questionable morals in this film. So why would I care about either of these two
You
guys?
shouldn't.
Because Chris Hemsworth said that. Is
You
that his
should.
name?
Chris Hemsworth. It's his favorite movie. He he quotes it apparently. He knows
This is
every
Liam's
line.
brother, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Liam's
Thor.
brother.
Because he was on the couch with Graham Norton, said with Rachel McAdams, like, I love this movie. I watch it all the time.
Oh,
I think he was trying to
with
get
Rachel
with.
McAdams.
He was trying to get with
Okay.
Rachel McAdams.
And Halle Berry. But anyway,
Oh, okay.
just saying. It was he said
Wait,
his
Halle
favorite
Berry's not in Wedding Crashers.
No,
is
they
she?
were in that one-on-one movie
Oh, yeah,
together.
that's right.
They're there for.
That other horrible movie.
Anyway, I'll tell you why I would care about either of these two. Bradley Cooper.
What?
He's
You
either
don't
the
like
he's
Bradley
either the
Cooper.
world's greatest actor, or he really is a dick in real life, and it's just natural for him because he's really good at being an asshole. Rocket, the asshole of the Guardians. Silver Linings Playbook, asshole. American Sniper, asshole with a gun. There's literally no movie he's ever made that I haven't hated his character in. There hasn't been one.
He's a really good actor.
Then he must be a great actor because I hate him in everything he does. I know, I'm supposed to see past the character, respect the actor. Sorry, can't do it. He's now officially my second most hated actor in Hollywood, right behind you-know-who.
Vince Vaughn, hopefully.
Bryce's greatest actor of our generation.
No, that's
So
consensus.
yeah, that's what I said. Mine. I didn't say
No,
you.
no,
I
no,
said
Murray,
mine.
that's also my consensus.
There you go.
No,
This
consensus.
is my minute. Remember?
Yes,
my
it is.
opinions.
It is his minute.
So yes, he pretty much ruined this movie for me. Bradley Cooper did. I guess I didn't mind Christopher Walken. At least he seemed like a loving father, and he actually let these two losers marry his daughters. The granny was good too, with her potty mouth and tormenting of the gay grandson. Just when I thought I couldn't hate this movie anymore, Will Ferrell showed up
Love Will
to
Ferrell.
play a different kind of asshole. He crashes funerals, for God's sake.
I know, it's hilarious.
This was a huge rage for me. Sorry, Hemsworth.
I was hoping they were going to have a sequel.
I don't get the big deal about this movie.
I
I don't know
don't-
why
I
everyone
don't
loves
either,
it.
Murray.
I don't get why people love it.
I don't either,
Because
Murray.
it's funny.
Because
No,
it's
it's
not.
really not.
It's not funny.
I'm still waiting for Funeral Crashers. I don't understand why that hasn't come out yet.
Anyway, that's why I did with my time while I was laid up on
With
all
your
weekend
foot extended?
with my broken knee.
Nice. That was like a full rage week.
It was
Every movie
it's
scene-
all rage this week.
all
You can
rage.
put that in your tagline.
Temperature rising.
It's the rage
Here comes some
episode.
more.
Vision blurring. Rage taking over.
Okay, before I start my rage this week, I just want to make a comment that the dogs are really well behaved this week.
Yeah, surprising because we're
They're-
yelling a lot.
We've only had to record the episode once this week too,
Yes.
so I
Nobody
want to
unplugged
give
nothing.
I want to give a shout out to Baxter and Benny
Yes.
for being the greatest little
boys.
dogs that ever existed.
Okay.
All right, so my rage this week,
Podcast isn't over, by the way. And,
Oh.
and Benny's circling. so-
circling the plug.
Looking for something else to chew
That's
on.
right. He's searching for something else
But
to chew on.
so far, he's been a good boy.
All right, that's awesome. Okay, so my rage this week is my absolute favorite director of all time, for those of you who don't know, is the God of Canada. Murray said there's a lot of talks about a lot of sweethearts in Canada, but the only true sweetheart for me is David Cronenberg and his baby and his baby. Anytime his babies want to make and if he has a grandson, I can't wait to see what if it gets better with age, then you know, Brandon Cronenberg's kids are going to be the greatest directors on the planet. So here's the thing I have is that I've seen interviews with Cronenberg, and he says it's not easy to get money to make a movie. In fact, the last movie he made, he had to go to Greece to get money because he couldn't fund. The David Cronenberg could not get money to make a film, so he had to go to Greece, and the Greeks understand. Actually, it wasn't his last movie; it was a movie before his last movie. But so how the fuck is Renny Harlin getting money to make films when you have a director like Cronenberg that can't get money? I have no clue how that happens. I mean, I want to just, not today, obviously, but next episode, we're going to bring the lists back because we are going to have a discussion about Renny Harlin's last 8 films.
That pirate movie.
I don't even know what his last 8 films.
You know what? I don't want to know. I just know he did those stupid Strangers movies. So there's 3 right there that were all a rage.
Oh, yeah.
And then
that was all Renny Harlin.
That was all Renny
all
Harlin. So how the fuck is Renny Harlin getting unlimited amount of money to make unlimited amount of garbage? And you can't get directors like, you know who we haven't seen? Panos from Mandy, who did Mandy. Why haven't we had another Panos movie? Like, how is he, and he's even Greek. I don't get it. This world is fucked up. And it's mostly because of Renny Harlin. That's what I'm going to say.
Renny Harlin's fault.
He's destroying the universe.
Renny Harlin destroys the universe.
That's my rage this week.
That's the episode title.
There you go.
That's all I got.
All right.
Thanks, Benny and Baxter.
All right, my rage this week is the fact that I had to watch Devil Wears Prada 1 and 2 all within like 4 days. That is way too much of that of those characters to have to take in a
single weekend.
Single weekend.
Yeah, in a 96-hour period. Not good. Yeah, that's it. That's my rage. Just those 2 movies existing, I suppose.
Yeah, that happened to all 3 of us. You're not unique here.
Woohoo.
Rage subsiding. Pulse slowing. Anger fading.
That's literally the funniest thing Murray's ever said.
Welcome, Ragers, to another edition of the Film Rage's totally retro nostalgia recall flashback. On this week's segment, Bryce goes way back to introduce the team to a film genre that's normally not in his wheelhouse: fantasy. He got the boys to watch the 1981 film Clash of the Titans. This film has everything: a mechanical owl, a giant sea monster, a flying horse, 3 witches passing around one eye between them, a titan versus a titan. Okay, let's check in with our little ragers and see if practical effects, legendary stop-motion animation of Ray Harryhausen, and Sir Laurence Olivier's acting chops will get the gang hot from Medusa and Athena, or will it leave them stone cold with rage? You know, because of Medusa.
Yeah, I get it.
Stone
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah.
Release the Kraken!
She was a stone cold fox.
Man, Medusa gave some bone for me. I gotta say that.
This is just,
I wanted her
She
to
was very
stone my
bony.
nuts.
You know what the weirdest part of this movie was?
What?
seeing Maggie Smith young.
I know. My God, she was hot.
Meet her CGI face.
I was like,
in the
meow.
statue.
Maggie's. Actually, I still think
No,
Maggie
no.
Smith is attractive.
She didn't have a CGI face. What are you talking about?
There's no CGI face. No,
She was-
that was just. She was just young.
She was just young. I don't think you're. I think you didn't even recognize her.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. So, okay, Bryce,
She was Thetis.
tell us all what motivated you to pick this film in particular.
Well, when I was a kid growing up, I actually owned all the Clash of the Titans toys when I was like 7, 8 years old.
Like from the actual movie, like
Yeah.
when they had them
Yeah.
back then. Nice.
Because I had the big giant Kraken, I had the Pegasus, I had Perseus, and I had whatever it is, the horn dude that got
horny,
turned into the
horny little
Calibus.
devil.
What was that?
Calibus.
Calibus. Yeah,
Calibus,
that's
yeah.
the one. So I had all those figures and
You were
whatnot.
like Zeus. You had their whole collection.
I
You
know,
Put
it
them
was-
in the
it-
middle of
yeah.
the Parthenon thingy.
So I remember all the beats of this movie. Like as I'm watching it, I totally like I remember them really well. All the action sequences, I remember like really really well. So there must have been something to it in order for me to all these years
Yeah.
later. still
Well, you were
remember it.
7, so that's why.
So that when I'm watching it back, I was actually surprised at how well I actually remembered all these sequences. The problem is everything that's in between the sequences. And I'm trying to figure out as a 7-year-old how I'm listening to this awful droning dialogue and how I actually found it entertaining. And I guess I did
was enough
because
action
there was
sequences
enough
between
action
it.
in between.
Yeah.
And this was like almost like a video game where you're going through level to level to level to level, and then you finally
Yeah.
have the big boss level
Yeah.
at the
there's-
end.
That's right.
And
Different quests.
it
You do this quest and you do this quest.
and it hits the beats and it hits them at a pretty steady pace.
Yeah.
The problem is there's a giant gap between them where you're like, oh god. But you know what? I really like the stop motion animation. I love for some
Everybody
reason
loves stop
For some
motion
reason I
animation.
love the whole Medusa scene. I think it's great. I love the witches and passing the eyes, but like there's a lot of creativity in this movie. It's there's a lot of fun in this movie. It's still just dreadful dialogue.
Do you know what this? Can I just put a
Go ahead.
little thing here?
Yeah.
Because I think that this is what motivated Asylum. Because if you take all the practical effects and you turn it into CGI,
Yeah.
this was basically an Asylum film.
I suppose. But here's the thing. When we said we were going to watch Clash of the Titans, I was like, okay, I gotta find this damn thing. Can't find it anywhere, right?
I bought it.
Did you buy it?
Yeah.
So here's what happened though. For some reason, I flipped to Turner Classic Movies, and guess what happened?
It was on.
They were running a Ray Harryhausen marathon.
What?
I watched like everything.
Did you watch Sinbad?
I watched
7 Voyages.
I watched seven Voyages of
Oh, I
Sinbad.
freaking love that movie.
I watched the Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, I guess it's called. I watched the Golden Voyage of Sinbad. I watched Sinbad in the Eye of the Tiger. I watched the Valley of Guanji.
Oh my
Where
God.
you first, they go down to Mexico, and in a Mexico Valley, there's some dinosaurs, of course. Of
course.
And it's just cheesy, almost unwatchable, but so watchable because the stop motion is just so much fun, and that's all it is. I mean, Ray Harryhausen had a thing. He was the master
He's
of
the
stop
master,
motion,
yeah.
and I really enjoyed that aspect of it. And I can't say that every action sequence, whether it was good or whether it was bad in Clash of the Titans, made me smile every time. Like they all made me smile, and sometimes they made me laugh, and that's okay. It's not the great movie that I remember it being. I mean, 7-year-old Bryce was wide-eyed and thought that this was like the greatest thing he'd ever seen in his life.
It probably was at
And
that
I
time.
understand why 7-year-old Bryce would look at this, and because of the action sequences and all. And there's some, some darker
There's some
stuff.
intensity to
There's some
it.
intensity to it. And I was like, this is probably like the most intense movie I'd watched at that point.
Oh, yeah.
And I was.
You probably shit your
I
pants.
was all over it. So yeah, I get why but at the end, I still didn't hate it. I liked it. It was fun. There were fun parts. I'm glad I didn't have to pay for it.
I'm glad
I'm glad
own
Turner
it.
Classic Movies exists because boy, they have some fun stuff. They ran a what was it the other week? The Little Shop of Horrors guy. The
Rick Moranis?
No,
the original?
The director that made all the movies.
Oh,
I don't
God.
remember.
Yeah.
Well, you know him. What are you
I
talking-
must know him.
And-
You're talking about the one with Rick Moranis? Or
No, the original.
The original.
Little Shop of Horrors, and
I do know, but I can't remember. Anyway, keep talking.
anyways, just the Turner Classic Movies. It just has such
Roger Corman.
Roger Corman.
Corman, okay.
I can't just
Yeah,
left
Terry's
me
2000.
for-
I knew who
baby.
you were talking about.
Yes.
No,
anyways,
Roger
they
Corman
ran-
did the original.
They ran a
1960.
whole month of Fridays with
Yeah,
Roger
2000,
Roger
original.
Corman movies.
What's that?
2000 was the original.
No, the original was 1960, with Roger Corman directing and
Little Shop or
Jack
Death Race?
Nicholson. No,
Little Shop of
Yeah, I don't know
Horrors.
anything about Little Shop. I'm talking about Death Race 2000. That's where I know him
Oh,
from.
you know Roger Corman from that? Ah, gotcha.
At
He's
any
been
rate-
around for a while.
At any rate, Turner Classic Movies spread a whole month of Fridays where all they show is like Roger Corman movies, and it's just something to look forward to
Yeah.
because it's so
He made
good.
some interesting stuff.
I don't know, how did I get onto Roger Corman?
Because I don't know.
Clash of the Titans. Was
Oh,
on Turner Classic Movies.
because it was on Turner Classic Movies. But
There
yeah,
you go.
I'm gonna pump the tires of Turner Classic Movies because man, it's
got some good stuff.
It's a good stuff, and it's commercial free, good stuff. I mean,
So this was a meh for you, though?
oh yeah, this is man.
All right. What do you think, Mer?
Oh, the stop motion of the early 80s.
So fun.
Unlike Jim, I have seen this many times since it came out.
Yes.
And I was too young to see it in theaters. As I mentioned, I didn't have access to a movie theater till high school, pretty much. I think I saw this on a movie channel at my dad's house when I babysat my bratty stepbrothers.
Yeah, they're CLFs.
Then
for
again,
sure.
I watched a lot of movies on the old Skinemax back in the day.
Yeah.
For the record, Bryce, there is nudity in this
There
movie.
is nudity in this movie.
As a 13-year-old, I remember it.
Oh, so good.
Because you don't get to see a lot of boobies when you're 13.
No. Sweet,
There
sweet
wasn't a lot of
boobies.
it. You know, just Perseus and his mother running around naked on their island. And a quick
Pedophiles.
side boob of the gorgeous Andromeda.
Yeah,
Just getting out of
all
the
I
bath.
remember was side boob,
There you go.
but yeah, okay.
Well, she had a bare butt too, so that
And she was
counts.
breastfeeding.
That
She
counts.
did have the bare butt.
Didn't she
yeah.
breastfeed at one
Yeah,
time, too?
yeah. You know, Perseus' mother was breastfeeding.
Yeah.
And they were
right,
running
right,
on the beach
Yeah.
naked.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway,
PG-13.
Other than that, it was essentially a kids movie. Had a robot owl,
Yep.
flying horse,
for comedy.
some cool stop motion creatures, and a cool adventure story. I remember loving it as a youngin', and that hasn't changed over the years. Yeah, it was cheesy. So was Flash Gordon,
Flash Gordon's
Masters
so
of the
good.
Universe, and a bunch of other action films from the 80s. I still enjoyed all of it, as bad as it might have been. Not to mention that awesome soundtrack, which is much a part of the film as the characters.
True that.
By the gods, I love it. It's still a Mondo.
Wow.
I still love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get it. I just
No, it's
think I
cheesy
can't
as hell.
give it.
I
I
love
can't
it.
give it a Mondo.
So here's my quick recap of Clash of the Titans. So the acting is horrible by
Yep.
everybody.
Yes.
The FX is laughably bad for the most part. Maggie Smith, when she says, "Calibus, what about my son?"
Yes.
She knows he's a dumbass, so why even ask? And especially because he killed all of Zeus's winged horses.
I tell you, they were really going at it up there.
Yeah, like I just
Behind
don't
each other's
understand. Why,
backs
I
and
just
just
don't
like-
understand why Zeus just didn't, give him the taste of the back of his hand. Everybody. I mean, he's motherfucking Zeus.
He is that.
Yeah. So here's the thing. The movie's horrible, but to point Murray, it is a fantasy film, so it deserves a lot of credit. And I love fantasy films; they're probably my favorite genre. So I also loved this movie when I was 15 and saw it in cinemas back in the day. But when you rewatch it with older eyes, you see all of the bad things about it. But you know what? Here's the thing. It's still worth seeing because of the stop animation, the corniness of it, the 80s-ness to it. It's a fun movie. I don't love it like I did when I saw it originally. It was a meh for me, but I highly recommend everybody see this one over the remake.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, by far this one's 20 times
The
better.
remake's unwatchable.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, it was good. I'm glad we got to see it.
Yeah.
All right. Next week, we are going to be watching.
Mm-hmm.
What? American Werewolf in London?
Oh.
Who picked that one? Is that you,
Might
Mark?
have been me.
Good pick.
I've watched it like many, many times.
Yeah.
Probably.
So I'm
is-
going to be very happy to watch this because I also own it.
I believe I own it. I'd have to look.
Well, maybe we'll have a watch party at Jim's house this week. Nice. Well, that was a very fun-filled, rage-filled episode, everyone. Thanks, Ragers, for listening. Well, thanks to the extended Film Rage family you can find in our show notes. Thanks to Casey from the Nerdy Photographer, the voice of Rager Dare, our God of Rage, and the new voice of Film Rage's Totally Retro Nostalgia Recall Flashback. Find the Nerdy Photographer wherever you stream this podcast. Find us on social media over at Film Rage YYC. Check out everything Film Rage at filmrageyyc.com, including our merch site for Redbubble and TeePublic. Mother's Day's coming, and you know what she wants. Film Rage. We're always wanting to make this a raging blast for all listeners, so please comment, like, subscribe, share, and give us emails at filmragecalgary@gmail.com. Dare to see terrible movies to fuel our rage. But no matter what you do, please, 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 pretty please, 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 don't make us our rage. That's it for this week. Rage on.
Rage on.